my Jadakiss voice. What's up, guys? E-King Fight News in the building. And we about to talk some Wilder Fury. Why not? The fight's this month. Let's talk about it. And we just chilling. Been away for a while, but you know what? Boxing's been away for a while in general. You know, I know Tank Davis got some shit popping. Congratulations to him. He had a good victory. But let's be real here. Let's be real here, because we got a big fight coming up, and you know what? You know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. Oh yeah, maybe I gotta give y'all a chance. I gotta give y'all a chance to show up for a second. But you know what? I just want to get right to it here. I just want to get right to it. When it comes to Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, there's a couple things a lot of people are ignoring. A lot of people think, hey, you know what? Deontay Wilder, he's gonna come back, right? I mean, Tyson Fury, he's a cheater. Tyson Fury, he rigged his gloves. He's doing all kind of dirty, shady shit, and you know what? That's not gonna happen this time. It's not gonna happen. You wanna know why it's not gonna happen? Because, hey, Deontay Wilder, he's got Malik Scott. Deontay Wilder's looking like fire in training camp. Deontay Wilder, you know, he's got the right hand. Look at him now. Look at the way he's hitting the gloves. And you know what? Bro, since when was Deontay Wilder's boxing IQ, since when was he rated on a pound for pound list? Other than fanboy channels who don't know how to rate pure boxers. Because time and time again, when it comes to pound for pound, you're talking about guys with the highest boxing IQ. Floyd Mayweather, you know, Andre Ward, Bernard Hopkins. Those are the guys that end up at the top pound for pound list. Not Deontay Wilder. For good reason. His boxing IQ, point blank period, is not there. It doesn't cut it. That's why I have so much trouble even saying, hey, Deontay Wilder, this guy's a Hall of Famer, guaranteed. I gotta say, hold on a second. Is he really a Hall of Famer? And okay, I get it. You know, he's got a good win streak. He's got a really good win streak. But against elite competition, I swear he's even money. I don't even know if his win rate is really I don't even know if he's got a winning record against elite competition. And that's just me being honest. He's fought 4 guys that are maybe elite. You know, he's fought Luis Ortiz damn near 3 times. Oh yeah, okay, he fought him twice. Fought Tyson Fury twice. And he fought Bermane Stavern once. So he's really 3-1-1 against elite competition, quote unquote. And you know, good on him. You know, 3-1-1. Okay, he got 3 wins. And I'm being completely honest. I mean, is there any other elite fighter he's fought? And this is the thing with boxing, is you can look great against mid-level fighters. You can look like the best fighter in the world against fucking Malik Scott, right? Who coincidentally is training Deontay Wilder. So what's really going on here? There's a whole lot of hype. There's a whole lot of fanboys who are backing their guy, and you can say, okay, that's their guy. I understand it. But don't tell me Deontay Wilder is going to outbox Tyson Fury. You cannot tell me that, because it makes no fucking sense. If you know boxing, you watch boxing, you understand the sweet science, kind of. You know, you saw Floyd Mayweather in his heyday. You saw Bernard Hopkins dominate. Guys like Oscar De La Hoya, guys like Felix Trinidad. You cannot tell me Deontay Wilder is going to go in there and outbox Tyson Fury and look like fucking Larry Holmes in there. He's not going to turn around and look like Lennox Lewis in there. He's gonna go in the ring. he's gonna look good maybe for a couple rounds, and Tyson Fury is slowly gonna bring him into a dogfight like he did in that second fight. Tyson Fury found the solution to Deontay Wilder. When you crack, it's like Maidana figuring out how to beat Adrian Bronner. You know, he found out the solution to solve the problem, so to speak. Once you find the solution, there's no turning back. The only question now is, can Deontay Wilder make an adjustment? Can he make the correct adjustment to beat a Tyson Fury? The only problem is, how do you beat Tyson Fury? He's still undefeated, guys. He still doesn't have a clear-cut loss on his resume. Am I wrong? Who beat Tyson Fury? Who beat Tyson Fury? Y'all gotta tell me. Y'all gotta tell me. Who has legitimately beat Tyson Fury, outboxed him? You know, there's been a couple of really close fights. I know in the UK there was one guy that damn near beat him, but didn't get the decision. And he was literally a journeyman. And they had a rematch, and it was a wash in the second fight. And that just is what it is. Let's talk about what Deontay Wilder's been doing to try and, you know, what his strategy is going into this fight. Nothing's really been revealed. You know, I really don't know how he's approaching this fight. It looks like he wants to try and take his style and turn it into a boxer puncher. Well, it's funny because guess what? His ex-trainer was one of the best boxer punchers to ever grace the ring. His ex-trainer, the guy that literally saved him from being defeated via knockout, from basically preventing him from enduring career-ending punishment. I'm talking about Mark Breland. He saved him by stopping that fight. I think everybody would agree that Deontay Wilder got saved. His career got saved by Mark Breland, who was an excellent boxer puncher in his heyday, right? With all that time with Mark Breland, hasn't done jack shit for Deontay Wilder in terms of improving what he can do in the ring. I've yet to see Deontay Wilder box off the back foot since the Bermane-Stavern fight. I've yet to see him control a fight with his jab since the Bermane-Stavern fight. Basically, Deontay Wilder has regressed as a fighter. And when you regress, you cannot just take a 6-month training camp or a 4-month training camp and turn into you know, the next fucking Lennox Lewis or the next fucking Larry Holmes. It's not gonna happen, guys. It's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen, unfortunately, is Deontay Wilder's gonna find himself between a rock and a hard place. And he's gonna find himself once again relying on the power that has kept him afloat in the heavyweight division, right? We all saw him lose. We all saw him losing rounds against literally top 20 opposition, top 30 opposition. We've seen him lose rounds against these guys. We've seen him look less than against, you know, fucking Gerald Washington. Fucking Gerald Washington was winning rounds against Deontay Wilder. Check his record, guys. Check his record. He's not nowhere near. He doesn't have boxing ability, guys. This has been the discredit. This has been the critique on Deontay Wilder for damn near his whole career. Teddy Atlas mapped it out perfectly. And as much as you want to hate on Teddy Atlas, factually, he was correct when he was criticizing him on his boxing skills. His ability is not elite. It's far from elite, guys. Point blank period. Deontay Wilder's not an elite fighter. He's got elite power. He's got one punch knockout power, but guess what? When you rely on that and you don't work on the other skills that you need to have, guess what? All it takes is you find the guy. I've been saying this for years and no one's been listening. Obviously, part of this is because Deontay Wilder has a team that doesn't want to tell him his deficiencies. He's got a team that's a bunch of yes men and doesn't want to acknowledge what Deontay Wilder needs to improve on, right? It's been years that he has not been able to box off the back foot. It's been years since he hasn't been able to throw an effective left hook, right? We saw some semblance of that against Luis Ortiz where he got some uppercuts in, but that's a very old Luis Ortiz. That's a Luis Ortiz that really has lost his agility, his reflexes, what made him such a great counterpuncher. He doesn't have that anymore. He doesn't have it, guys. That first fight did more to expose Deontay Wilder than anything else. And it only made Luis Ortiz look like a great fighter when actually it was Deontay Wilder that allowed Luis Ortiz to beat up on him for something. Like, that's what it was, guys. It wasn't, oh, Luis Ortiz is a great fighter. No, it was Deontay Wilder has so many holes in his defense that this old man is fucking him up right now. Like, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And it only becomes clearer and clearer when you see him against other fighters. When you see Tyson Fury off the couch, have 2 warm-up fights and get a draw, then you know for sure, okay, something is really wrong with Deontay Wilder. He's not progressing as a fighter. He's being stagnant. He's only relying on his power, guys. He's only relying on his power. That's all he's got left. That's all he's got left is his right hand. But what happens when you fight a guy with a chin? What happens when Tyson Fury shows up at 300 pounds and he can take your best Sunday fucking shot? Guess what? You see what happened? You see what happened already. You guys saw it. It was crystal clear. He got knocked out. He got knocked out. And they say, oh, they spiked his water. And they say, oh, but he king. Deontay Wilder got cheated. Look at his gloves. Bro. If you have no defense, he gonna hit you either way. Like, come on, guys. Even if his glove is fucked up, he's still hitting them shots. Like, what are you gonna do when Tyson Fury comes in there at 300 pounds? And that's just this is all a myth. This is Tyson Fury maybe playing mind games. We don't even know, right? We really don't even know. Tyson Fury knows how to beat Deontay Wilder. He already cracked the code. I'm telling you guys, this is easy money. I'm telling you guys, as the guy that's put money on fights, this is easy money. If Tyson Fury is motivated to beat Deontay Wilder, he will. He will, point blank, period. There's no doubt in my mind. Tyson Fury knows how to beat Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder only knows that if he lands the right hand just the way it needs to land, if he lands the perfect shot, he knows he can hurt Tyson Fury. He doesn't know if he can knock him out, because we all saw in the first fight when Deontay Wilder landed his best shot in the 12th round that would knock out every other heavyweight. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? Tyson Fury got back up and proceeded to whoop his ass a little bit. Proceeded to take his endurance away from him once again and win the rest of that 12th round. Bro, as much as I like Deontay Wilder, you have to admit he hasn't gotten better as a fighter. You have to admit he hasn't improved as a fighter. For years, I've seen the same guy come in, right hand, fight's over. Right hand, fight's over. And when he stepped up, what has happened to him? Legitimately, he doesn't look the same. Luis Ortiz beat up on him, like it was second nature. First fight, we all saw it. That was a 50-50 fight. Tell me I'm lying, bro. The gloves don't matter. I'm telling you, the gloves don't matter. As much as the gloves look fucked up, he was still landing the shots that he needed to land. I'm just looking at this from a boxing perspective. He was landing the shots he needed to land to get Deontay Wilder to think twice. Regardless of what you think about the gloves or not. Regardless of what you think about the gloves or not, where was Deontay Wilder's defense? Where was it at? Did Deontay Wilder, was he able to counter what Fury was doing at all? No, he didn't do none of that. How many jabs did he land? How many times did he set up the right hand with a beautiful jab, How many times was he able to ensure he had enough space to land the right hand? Because he can only land it, my guys, Deontay Wilder can only land his big shots when he has sufficient distance. He can't land a shot on the inside. He's not an inside fighter. He's point blank period. He's not an inside fighter. If Tyson Fury takes the same approach that he did in the second fight, if he can smother the power, get on the inside a little bit, fluster Deontay Wilder, he can still flick a jab like it's not. The referee's not going to stop Tyson Fury from flicking a jab. He's going to flick the jab. He's going to get on the inside, throw some body shots. What's Deontay Wilder going to do? He needs to create distance, otherwise he's not going to be able to land with full force. Bro, as much as I like Deontay Wilder, he's done nothing in the ring to make me believe he can make the adjustment. Guys, I know this is not what you want to hear if you're a Deontay Wilder fan, but show me some footage that tells me he actually wants to make the adjustment. Show me some footage that says, oh, Deontay Wilder, he's really improved as a fighter. The footage isn't out there. Anybody can look good against a punching bag. Anybody can look good against the guy holding some mitts. I don't want to say I can look like Floyd Mayweather because I'm not in shape like that, but you know what I mean. Manny Pacquiao can look like a five class, one of the greatest fighters of all time when he's hitting the mitts on Freddie Roach. So Deontay Wilder can look great when he's hitting the mitts against Mally Scott. It doesn't mean he's gonna, look like that against Tyson Fury. It's not gonna happen, guys. That's a delusion. That's hype. It's fucking hype. You're falling for the hype job. And as much as you guys want to take Deontay Wilder, put some bread on it. Put some bread on it if you really think Wilder's gonna win by knockout. Hey, check the odds, guys. Vegas is giving you free money then. You think Vegas wants to give you free money on Deontay Wilder? Bro. Point blank period. Tyson Fury, the way he beat Deontay Wilder was not just was not no normal route of victory. That was domination psychologically, physically, and boxing. He beat him with intelligence. He didn't just beat him with fucked up gloves. Y'all wanna point to the fucked up gloves, but you forget there was a lot of intelligence behind how he beat him. He got on the inside. He wrecked him to the body. He took away his legs, right? Because there was a knockdown. One of those knockdowns was a body shot. Y'all forget that. It was a perfectly placed body shot that when's the last time you see Tyson Fury get a knockdown from a body shot? He caught Wilder off balance because his footwork is garbage. Deontay Wilder's never had good footwork to begin with, And to be honest, his footwork was better years ago than it is now. So what does that tell me? It tells me we're going to see the same story all over again, man. That's what it tells me. This fight is 3 weeks away. I don't think Wilder has the ability to go 12 rounds with Tyson Fury that is motivated enough to beat Deontay Wilder. If Tyson Fury comes in here like he did against that fight where his eyes got cut wide open and he was fucking around with that other guy, I forget his name, the German dude. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If he doesn't come in motivated, if he doesn't come in correct, yeah, this fight go either way. But knowing Tyson Fury, this guy loves the mind games. This guy loves to get inside your head and make you fucking, really hate him, to make you want to react with emotions and instinct, whereas you're reacting with your mindset, with your ability. Otto Wallin, bro, who the fuck gonna remember this guy Otto Wallin, yo? I get it, yo. Thank you, Michael Koch. Otto Wallin. When Otto Wallin fought Tyson Fury, we all know Tyson Fury was not motivated for that fight. This is Deontay Wilder fight. It's a trilogy fight. There's some legacy points, again, for beating a guy like Deontay Wilder, who, give him credit, is a deadly puncher. But I just don't see Wilder making the necessary adjustment. Because guess what? Yo, you want to bet? Yo, I got bread on Fury. I'll take him to win easy money. I don't know what you want to suggest, but I got bread on Fury easy money, man. I think Fury wins for sure by decision, if not by stoppage. And that's just me being point blank period honest. I'll be on that shit. I'll bet anybody on that shit. Point blank period. I have there's no way I can take Deontay Wilder here based on what I've seen from him in the past. I can't do it. I mean, emotionally, I want to back him, but he doesn't have the skill set. Make fights. Styles make fights, guys. Stylistically, Deontay Wilder is all wrong for Tyson Fury. Just the same way that, yeah, he could probably knock out AJ. He's got the ability. He's got the right hand. He's got the speed. He's got he's got them fast twitch muscles to be able to knock out a guy like AJ. When it comes to Tyson Fury, all Tyson Fury needs is to know when he's throwing that right hand. If there's any telegraph to it, if there's any tell, he can immediately pick up on it. He's got the height and reach to avoid it enough to where he can at least shine the shot a bit to take something off of that shot. And it has to be the perfect shot to knock out Tyson Fury. It has to be the perfect shot. It's not going to be easy to take out a guy like Fury, right? And knowing Deontay Wilder, his name suits his style. He's got a wild style, right? His punches are from all different fucking angles and shit, and he's not very accurate. Just look up his stats. He's not very accurate. Numbers don't lie. He might land 2 or 3 good shots, but he's gonna miss. It's gonna take him 20 shots to land 2 or 3 good shots. You know what I mean? He's got maybe 20% on his right hand. So he Like, there's a lot going against Deontay Wilder, not to mention Fury knows what it takes to beat him. So, I don't know what you're suggesting. I have Tyson Fury all day in this fight. I got him all day. I got him all day. I think it's easy money. And that just is what it is. I'll bet you Deontay Wilder doesn't knock him out. I'll bet you that easy money. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What are we talking about here? You want to put $100? You want to put $100 down? We got it. You want to put $200 down? We got it. I got Tyson Fury all day. I got Tyson Fury all day. And that just is what it is, guys. I mean, hey, you want to do a bet? We can do a bet. It is that's I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But you know what? Those are just my quick thoughts, man. You know, stuck in traffic. Gonna do a quick live stream, and you know what? I got Fury in the fight. Everything I know about boxing tells me this ain't gonna be a situation where we see Deontay Wilder pull off some miracle knockout, where Deontay Wilder, you know, shows some incredible boxing IQ and is able to adjust. I just don't see it. I just don't see it, guys. As much as I like Deontay Wilder, he doesn't have the skill set to beat Tyson Fury. It's not there. As much as I think, you know, the ability is there, you don't change your style overnight. That's like, you know, Arturo Gatti being able to beat Floyd Mayweather. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, yeah, he looked better once he got with Buddy McGirt, but he still ended up losing to mid-tier opposition. He ended up getting knocked out by fucking Alfonso Gomez. And Arturo Gatti technically is a better fighter than Deontay Wilder, technically, from what we've seen. And maybe I'm just reaching, but that just is what it is. I mean, it's like putting Juan Manuel Marquez in there against Juan Diaz. We all saw what happened. You know, we all saw what happened. Tyson Fury, not only is he a great counterpuncher, but he's a great inside fighter. A lot of people don't give him credit on how he fought Deontay Wilder. He fought him on the inside and on the outside. He made the necessary adjustments to dominate damn near every round. Damn near every round. Bro. It doesn't matter how many times you say he cheated. He won the fight by knockout. He won every round, and then he knocked him out, and the corner had to stop the fight. When you win in dominant fashion, in boxing, guess what happens? You likely win the rematch in dominant fashion. It's rare to see a dominant victory. In boxing, it's rare to see a dominant victory followed up by a fight where, you know, where things can change in an instant, you know. It's like, okay, let's remember a dominant victory we've seen once upon a time. Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way, guys. Y'all think I'm tripping, right? Y'all think I'm tripping. When you see a dominant victory, 9 times out of 10, if those two fighters rematch, the results usually don't change. The results usually don't change. Okay? Let me put it this way. Bro. This isn't Miguel Cotto, guys. This isn't Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito. As much as you want to make it seem like, okay, this is Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito, Cotto's going to get him back in the rematch. Deontay Wilder ain't nothing near Miguel Cotto. He doesn't have the skill set. He doesn't have it. Point blank period. He can bench 400 pounds. He can hit a bag and break it. He can break the bag off the chains. I don't care about that. I care about how you're going to beat Tyson Fury. Because Fury's not going to change. And if Fury does change, guess what? He's got a plan B and a plan C. He knows how to fight off the back foot. You know, as much as you want to say Tyson Fury cheated, he still beat that ass. You know, he still took Deontay Wilder's best shot and gave him some. You know, I hate to be on the right side, but I'm just being honest. Y'all can be blinded by allegations, but I thought Deontay Wilder wanted to have a lawsuit. I thought Deontay Wilder had all this evidence and was going to bring it forth. Guess what? It didn't happen. All we have is speculation. All we have is photos. We don't have real evidence. We don't have anybody inspecting the gloves. Did the commission inspect the gloves after the fight? It didn't happen. Why didn't it happen? Because, you know, an investigation was not requested. Why wasn't it requested? You know, why wasn't it requested? If Wilder wanted the Nevada State Athletic Commission to investigate Tyson Fury's gloves, he had plenty of opportunities to try and get that going, to try and get that initiated. It didn't happen. But you have an Instagram video from Deontay Wilder damn near a year and a half later, and we're all saying his fans will obviously ride with Deontay Wilder. Well, I've had it up to here with how you want to say Tyson Fury's cheating, but you really don't have a game plan on how to beat the guy. You know, there's no game plan. It's going to be the same. It's the same story with Deontay Wilder. He knows how to look good for a few rounds. Maybe he'll land that right hand once or twice, but he doesn't have the accuracy. He doesn't have I don't know if he's got the game plan to beat a Tyson Fury. Malik Scott, who's really a mediocre fighter at best, can he really map out how to beat a guy like Tyson Fury? I don't know. I don't know that he can. He's an unproven commodity, and I just expect Tyson Fury to dominate. I expect him to dominate the fight. Point blank period. That's how I see it. Izzy King Fight News. Y'all want to bet me? Bet me. I don't give. I got 200 on Fury. I got 300 on Fury. I got 500 on Fury. Whatever you want to do, man. We can do it. We can do it. It is what it is. If y'all want to bet on Deontay Wilder, go hit up a sports book. Bet on Deontay Wilder. They're giving you great odds. But guess what? They're giving you good odds for a reason, guys. Those good odds are there for a reason, because guess what? They're cashing out Deontay Wilder in this fight. It's a cash out fight. It's not, they don't believe in Deontay Wilder like that. If they really believed in Deontay Wilder, his team would have begged him not to fire Mark Breland. His team would have got a better trainer in there for him. Instead Deontay Wilder got his best buddy Malik Scott. And he's expecting that to work. Man, that shit ain't gonna work, man. Not gonna work, man. This guy can look good dancing in training camp, but I highly suspect he does not make the needed adjustment to beat a guy like Tyson Fury, who is an elite fighter, who is proven to be an elite heavyweight, who 9 times out of 10 outboxes a guy like Anthony Joshua, who in his own right is a great fighter. Remember, Tyson Fury outboxed Vladimir Klitschko, guys. Did he cheat in that fight? Are we going to call him a cheater for beating Vladimir Klitschko? Are we going to take away all that credit too? I'm not in that boat. I'm not in that boat, guys. You know, it just is what it is. Tyson Fury is legitimately an elite heavyweight in his own right. He's got the skill set. He's got the jab. He's got the He's got the defense. He's got enough power to keep Wilder off of him. He's got enough power to make Deontay Wilder respect his own shots. And as long as he's got that, he's got the advantage because he's the quicker fighter. He's got the better reflexes. He's the longer fighter, the taller fighter, and he's the smarter fighter. There's a reason why Teofimo Lopez had some money. Teofimo Lopez just beat ESPN's number one pound for pound, didn't he? Didn't Teofimo Lopez beat your boy Lomachenko? Y'all know his name. Didn't Teofimo Lopez just beat Lomachenko? Well, didn't Teofimo Lopez put some bread on Tyson Fury in the second fight? Didn't he do that, guys? Why do you think he did that? Just because he's got it in for Deontay Wilder? Because he didn't believe the hype in Deontay Wilder? Nah, because he knows something about Tyson Fury. That's why he did that. So that's why he did that, guys. There's a whole lot of talk and there's a whole lot of hype, but all that hype doesn't translate into money. Anybody can put a hype video on Deontay Wilder, and a lot of you guys are buying it. But if a lot, think about all those guys that put money on Deontay Wilder for the second fight. Think about all those guys who put money on Deontay Wilder in the first fight. It didn't work out for you. And I'm willing to bet those of you who want to bet on Deontay Wilder didn't have money on him in the first and second fight. Now all of a sudden you're buying into it because you saw a couple training videos of Deontay Wilder looking good on the pads. Well, guess what? Go ahead. Go to MGM. Go to 365. Put some bread down on Deontay Wilder and see what happens on fight night. And just see what happens on fight night, guys. Go ahead. Y'all don't want to take my advice. I'm fine with it. But I'm going on the record saying Deontay Wilder doesn't have what it takes. Doesn't have the team in front of him to beat a Tyson Fury. Doesn't have it. It's not there. Anybody can look good in a hype video, but where's the sparring footage? You know what I want to see? I want to see Deontay Wilder sparring, because that'll let me know where he's at. I want to see him sparring. If somebody can find some sparring footage of Deontay Wilder, oh, that's right. Maybe he doesn't like to spar. That's the rumors on Deontay Wilder. He doesn't like to spar. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. E-King Fight News signing out, man. Peace. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you got in the fight? I got money on Fury. I think Fury either beats him by... I think Fury stops him, guys. I think Fury stops him. I don't see Deontay Wilder being able to avoid Fury's shots. Lest we forget, this guy does not have the best defense. Far from it. So I expect Tyson Fury to do what he did in the second fight and just, it could be an early night for Tyson. It could be an early night. It could be an early night for both fighters. And I see it as a one-sided fight. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't see any legitimate advantage for Deontay Wilder other than power. That's his only shot at winning the fight. Is landing a perfect right hand shot that would knock Tyson Fury out. That's his only chance. And I'm just being honest. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out, guys. Peace. Game Bred Pitbull. I bet with them both fights. I'm delusional. Bro. Yo, if Wilder win, he wins. I'll give him full credit. If Wilder win, he wins. I got nothing bad to say about him, except I don't think he's got the skills to pay the bills. When's the last time you see Deontay Wilder looking like Vladimir Klitschko? When's the last time you see Deontay Wilder throw a jab like Lennox Lewis? Hasn't happened. But he needs those traits to beat a Tyson Fury, guys. He needs those traits. Deontay Wilder should have gone to the Kronk gym. But guess who went to the Kronk gym? It was Tyson Fury that went to the Kronk gym. Everything Tyson Fury's doing is what Deontay Wilder should have done to get a victory. But it's Tyson Fury making those moves. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be signing out, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it.